Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Wagon Sports. Today, we are going to talk about the College Football National Championship game between the Georgia Bulldogs and the TCU Horned Frogs. Now, right now, as we are doing this video, Georgia is sitting as 13-point favorites, and the points total is at 63.5. The game came out with Georgia as 13.5-point favorites, went down to 12.5, and now it's at 13. The points total yesterday was at 63. It's gone up a half a point today to 63.5. Now, we locked in with Georgia minus 12.5 and over 63. And this is why. Let's start with Georgia. Now, a lot of people are talking about how Georgia struggled with Ohio State and how Ohio State did whatever they wanted to on offense. Well, Ohio State has more athletes, more playmakers on offense than any team in college football, and they might even have the best athletes. I mean, they are absolutely loaded, and they score points on everyone. People are also talking about the SEC championship game, how Georgia gave up 30 points to LSU and struggled in the second half. Well, a lot of Georgia's struggles in that second half came when the game was completely out of reach. They gave up 30, they won by 20, they put up 50, and LSU has a ton of athletes. So when it comes to playmakers and athletes, the national championship game versus TCU is not going to give Georgia, any problems or anything they haven't seen already. They've gone up against teams that have multiple playmakers all season long. And if Georgia needed any more motivation, a win on Monday, and Georgia would be the first back-to-back national champion since the college football playoff started. And if they finish undefeated this year, they will have done something that they didn't do last year. Last year, they had that one loss to Alabama in the SEC championship game. So they finished as a one-loss national champion. This season, they could finish as a complete champion. SEC champion, national champions, undefeated. When we look at TCU, the Big 12 may have been overlooked this season. TCU definitely was. They weren't even ranked to start the season. And let's look at that Michigan game. That game against Michigan, I think a lot of teams, a lot of fans have hopped on the TCU bandwagon since that game. And TCU needed a lot of things to go their way in that game to pull out the win. There was the Michigan touchdown in the first half that got called back. J.J. McCarthy, the Michigan quarterback, also had two bad throws that got picked off and returned for touchdowns. So I see Georgia covering this spread and covering it easily. I see the points total going over the 63. I think Georgia gets in the 40s, 40 to 42, I think, easily. I could even see them getting to 50 to 52. And I would not be surprised if TCU is held to 30 or under. Under 30, I wouldn't be surprised by that. So I see Georgia finishing the season with a dominant performance on Monday night and becoming the first back-to-back national champion in the college football playoff era. Unfortunately, it means the college football season is wrapping up. But before you know it, we will be back with our spring college football show, and we can't wait. Have a great day. Thank you for tuning in to our YouTube channel, and enjoy the game on Monday night.